Hey guys, Andrea LLC with Mobile Trainer in Wichita, Kansas. I bring the workout to you. Contact me for training. Today is another food video, and I wanted to talk to you about a dish that you can put together that is an easy grab and go if you're in a rush during the week and you won't have as much time to prepare your food, and also to make sure that you stay on track when it's so easy to be tempted by fast food and things like that. Just make it a little bit easier to stick to your goals. So I have 2 pounds of turkey here. It's in one of those 1 pound packages of turkey. It's about 4 servings or 4 ounces each serving. So there's 8 servings of turkey right here, or 8 meals if you think about it. So that could last you almost all of the week. You can make even more depending on how many people you're making it for, how many meals you're making it for. It could be lunch and dinner, it could be just lunch if you have dinner at home. This is actually 8 servings of celery chopped up. 1 serving of celery is about 1.5 of the large stalks. So 1.5 of the large stalks, finely chopped, actually concentrates down into quite a small amount of celery once it's kind of concentrated like that. I also had some leftover kale, so I decided I'd put that in there. That's about 2 large leaves with the stem cut out of them and then finely chopped. So I have a little bit of bonus vegetable, but it's not going to do anything bad for you. Anything in excess that you eat is typically excreted, so that is not going to be an issue. And then I also have my oatmeal. And actually, I need to get a little bit more. This is only 4 servings of oatmeal, or 1/2 cup dry is 1 serving. So I'm also adding a couple eggs for just the cohesion of I want it to be sticky, the mixture, once it's done. And it probably will be with the turkey, but eggs help a little bit more. And then I also have this spice, and it's mostly natural ingredients when you read the back. But it does have something in there to keep from clumping. So it's called, I can't even read that, but it's like a spicy sauce. It's a Creole seasoning, and it gives you a little bit of spice if you like spice to your food. So you could make this and make it really bland, or you could add a little spice to it. And that's what I'm going to do today, so that it's not completely blah. So let me grab a little bit more oatmeal to complete this dish. And there's my turkey, 2 pounds of turkey. This was about 10, 11, 12 stalks of celery. The large ones finely chopped. Somewhere in there. Pour that in. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 350. Add in your oats. And I need about the same amount. So I need, for 1/2 cup for 4, and we're doing about 8 servings. I'm going to go by feel here. There's 1/2, 1/2. And if you kind of know how to eye your ingredients, then you can do it without measuring cups, but it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. There's that. I'm also going to add my eggs, just like I said, for the stickiness of the mixture. Add those in. And then also my kale. And there is a lot in this one bowl. So if you need an additional bowl, you can also use an extra bowl. And this is going to be an interesting experiment in how I'm going to add the seasoning with all this stuff in here already. So I'm going to attempt to mix this. So aside from preheating the oven to 350 degrees, you also want to grease whatever you're going to use. You can use a normal size muffin pan and put them into each of the muffin holes. I didn't have a normal size muffin pan, but I did have some miniature muffin pans. And then I had like mini meatloaf ones, which I think will be perfect for about 1 serving size. But we're gonna have to experiment with it after I'm done here. All right. So because there's so much, I'm going to put some of it in the other bowl. It makes it harder to mix. Or if you have a larger bowl at home, that's great. All right, and then add I think it said 1/4 teaspoon, so that's probably about, it's probably about right, a little bit more. That was probably about 1.5 tablespoons, honestly. Alright, so add in your spice. If you want it, like I said, you can leave it out. The intent of eating is mostly for nourishment. It is not for your pleasure, contrary to North Americanized belief, and and some of the other Americas, of course. But our culture has gotten so into indulgence and immediate pleasure that we have neglected the fact that it is mostly and primarily for our health and not for just everything really tasting good all the time. Think about it, guys. If you restrict yourself some of the pleasures that we constantly indulge in on a daily basis, how much more valuable it is whenever you get to have what I call a cheat meal, or a meal where you can have whatever you want. And I like to do them no more than twice a week on the meal and no more than twice a week on the dessert. So restrict, discipline yourself. You'll have the physical benefits of your health and also your fitness, and then you'll also have the pleasure that you get from being disciplined and allowing yourself those treats. You actually enjoy them a lot more because you're not doing it for an emotional reason. You're then doing it as a reward. So we're going to mix this up really good. And I actually think this bowl is a little bit bigger. So I'm going to put it back in here just to make sure it's nice and evenly mixed so I don't have all the meat in one side and all the vegetable in another. This is very messy. If you do this at the beginning of your week, then you're going to have pre-planned meals that are going to be a lot more healthy. You're not going to stop, like I said, at fast food restaurants as much. You just have to get it into your head that this is what you're going to do. So there's my meat and vegetable mixture, and actually smells really nice. I think I put about a total of probably 3 tablespoons of the Creole seasoning in here. It claims to have 0 calories, so it shouldn't add to your caloric content, but you can leave it out as well if you're just going for the base nutrition of it. So each of these things, wow, super messy. You'll then separate into different places in your trays. This is getting all over the place, but if you have your little muffin tin, you just take a little handful and put it in each of the little muffin holes. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but there we go. And then fill them all as you need to whatever extent you can. But if you overfill, like the mini muffin tins, when it cooks, it's going to drip over the side. So try not to overfill them too much. And then with any kind of larger meatloaf type thing, which this is essentially kind of like a meatloaf, lean turkey meatloaf, you can put it into each individual meatloaf compartment. And it actually looks really pretty. It's got the green and the meat color, and yeah, it just looks healthy and happy. I don't worry too much about going and getting organic ingredients, even though I do think that there is probably benefit to having something that is more naturally grown with less pesticides and less stuff on it as it grows. Like my previous video, I think that eggs that are probably free range are probably from healthier chickens that eat more of what is supposed to be their natural diet that God intended them to eat. So again, Andrea LLAzcano with Mobile Trainer in Wichita, Kansas. I bring the workout to you. Contact me for training, and let me not forget, throw this in the oven. I think it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to cook at 350 degrees. And then on the side, you're going to want to include a fruit. This is my fruit bowl to give you a variety of options. Put 1 orange, 1 apple, 1 banana, 1 serving of strawberries, 1 serving of grapes in with your meal. Throw your little muffin or your meatloaf in a container, throw your fruit in with it, and don't forget your water because you need it.